Minister Zachariah Thomas, hear ye him.
Test, 1, 2, 3. Hopefully that won't be before you too long. It's not my intention. But just want to stand and give Most High all the praise and all the glory and all the honor that's properly due to him. I know a lot of times I don't testify, but on the highways and byways, every day that I'm out there, I see a lot of different things. I've encountered a lot of different situations, and I thank the Most High for keeping me, on these treacherous roads. Because I've seen a whole lot of stuff. I've seen wrecks, burned up cars, people laying on the ground bleeding, and he's allowed me to miss that. So I definitely want to give him at this time all the honor and glory and praise for that, because he didn't have to do it. He didn't have to have me stand here before you right now whole with no problems. And I appreciate him for that. But at this time, we'll get into the book a little bit. Give me the book of Yahusha, chapter Alaf, chapter 2. I guess I got to write that down, huh? Yahusha. Try to pronounce this stuff. I got a fat tongue. Alaf. And give me about verse 10. And the other brother, give me the third chapter of the same book and make it verse 9. Make it verse 9. Go ahead with chapter 2.
He that loveth his brother abideth in the light.
Matter of fact, make it verse 9.
He that saith he is in the light and hateth his brother is in darkness even until now.
Uh-huh.
He that loveth his brother abideth in the light, and there is none occasion of stumbling in him.
Uh-huh.
But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness hath blinded his eyes.
The darkness has blinded his eyes, so he can't see. He has no sight. And what word do we know for sight? Gone. That's sight or knowledge. The third chapter. Matter of fact, keep going. I don't think we finished. I don't think I finished that. Keep
I
going.
write unto you, little children,
Uh-huh.
because your sins are forgiven you for his name's sake.
Uh-huh.
I write unto you, fathers, because ye have known him that is from the beginning. I write unto you, young men, because ye have overcome the wicked one. I write unto you, little children, because ye have known the Father.
Uh-huh. Now give me the chapter 2 and verse 4. He said, I run to you because you've known the Father. Keep going. You have knowledge. You have sight. And the only way to have sight, you can't walk in darkness. You can't walk in darkness and have sight. Do we all agree? You can't see in darkness. So the only way you can see, you have to have light. You have to have light. We'll get to that. 2 and verse 5, 2 and verse 4, what's that say?
He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him.
He's a liar, and the truth is not in him. So he's writing to the people he's writing to the young man that know. They have sight. But if you're up in here claiming that you know Yahuwah, but you don't keep his commandments, then you're a liar. And what else?
But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of Elohim perfected. Hereby know we that we are in him. He that saith he abideth in him ought himself also so to walk, even as he walked.
Even as he walked. So he should do the exact same thing as Yahuwah did, as Yahusha did. We agree on that? And how can that be? How is that possible to do the same thing that he did? we got to look at what comes from what. And give me that third chapter in verse 9. Third chapter, verse 9. What's that say?
Whosoever is born of Elohim doth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin because he is born of Elohim.
So he said, whosoever is born of Yahuwah does not commit sin. Why?
For his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin because he is born of Elohim.
For his seed is in him. Now give me the book of Barashit, chapter 1 and verse 12. Barashit. 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 1 and verse 12. Huh? Yahusha Walker. Oh, that's right. The Raj. That's right. Gotcha. I am in my 30s, so I'm getting older. Bear with me. Barashit 1 and 12. What's that say? Because it's something we got to look at with that. When you say walk even as he walked, there's a reason for that. Give me that Barashit 1 and 12.
And the Aritz brought forth grass,
Uh-huh.
an herb yielding seed after his kind,
Uh-huh.
and a tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself,
Because the seed was in itself. Uh-huh.
after his kind.
Uh-huh.
And Elohim saw that it was good.
Uh-huh.
And the evening and the morning was the third day.
Verse 16.
And Elohim made two great lights,
Uh-huh. Verse 16.
the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night.
Uh-huh.
He made the stars also,
Mm-hmm.
and Elohim set them in the firmament of the Shamayim to give light upon the Aritz,
Uh-huh.
and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And Elohim saw that it was good.
Uh-huh.
And the evening and the morning were the fourth day.
Mm-hmm.
And Elohim said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the Aritz in the open firmament of Shamayim.
Uh-huh.
And Elohim created great whales and every living creature that moveth,
Right.
which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind.
After his kind.
And Elohim saw that it was good.
Now we look at after their kind. And when he said the seed was in itself, we got to look at the seed. So what is the purpose of a seed? What does a seed do? A seed produces the exact same thing that it came from. The seed produces the exact same thing that it came from. No seed produces something different than what it is or what it came from. So when we look at Yahuwah, when we look at being born of Yahuwah, there's no way that we can be something different than what he is, than what Yahusha is, because we're born of him. The seed is in itself. So how can we claim that we're born of Yahuwah and yet we have different behaviors? How can an apple seed sprout up and produce something different than an apple? Because the seed is in itself. The seed produces the same thing that it came from. So that's how you can go back to Yuchanan 3 and 9, and some people are, you can't live without sin. Is that true? Is that true for somebody that is truly born of Yahuwah? I mean, yeah, not everybody's born of Yahuwah. That's just being honest. Not everybody is. Not yet, hopefully. Hopefully we can all get to that point. But from in here to everywhere, not everybody is born of Yahuwah. But those that are truly born of Yahuwah, they do exactly what they fall in line. They fall in line with exactly what Yahuwah's desires are, what his wishes are, or not wishes, but what his commandments are, because the seed is in itself. Read that 3 and 9 again. And that's the point that we all got to get to where we are truly, not just say it with our mouths, but truly born of Yahuwah, born again. Go ahead.
Whosoever is born of Elohim doth not commit sin.
Doth not commit sin. So that shoots down all that Christian doctrine. That shoots down that Christian doctrine that we're all sinners saved by grace. You know, it's impossible not to commit sin. That doesn't go with that. Not only does it go with that, it doesn't go with the scriptures, because the scriptures validate that. The scripture validates that claim right there, 3 and 9. It validates that claim, because no seed can produce something different than what it came from. Now, give me that 3 and 9, that 3 and 1, on that same 3rd chapter, from verse 9. Just jump up and give me verse 1. Just a little consideration. That's all. What's that say?
Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of Elohim. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Beloved, now are we the sons of Elohim, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be.
But what? What do we know?
But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him.
We shall be like him. We're going to be like him, because we're born of him. That's the only way. That's the only way you can truly manifest these behaviors. That's the only way you can truly continue. You have to be born of Yahuwah. You have to be born of him, because we know the opposite of this. Yahuchanan 8:44. Matter of fact, give me 8:43. Yahuchanan 8:43. Because you're going to manifest one or the other. One or the other. Ain't no in between. One or the other. What's that say?
Why do ye not understand my speech, even because ye cannot hear my word? Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
And the father of it. So when you're telling lies, who do you think your father is? Whose seed is in you? I mean, that's what you got to look at. That's why those that walk in darkness and live in darkness, operate in darkness, how in the world can actually walk in truth? You can't. There's no way you can, because the seed of darkness is in you. So there's no way you can walk in light. There's no way you can have the proper behaviors, because that's not the seed that's in you. So when you wonder why certain things are happening and why you're behaving a certain way, look at the seed that's in you. Now, if you're walking upright, if you're keeping the commandments, then you know whose seed is in you. If you're continuing in the faith, if you're believing, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, you know whose seed is in you. But if not, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, if you find yourself lying, if you find yourself cheating, if you find yourself committing adultery, if you find yourself whatever, Yahusha 4 and 6. So if you find yourself with these behaviors, these opposite behaviors, opposite of the light, then you know what seed is in you. Ain't no fooling. We can no longer continue to fool ourselves, because we ain't fooling the Most High. We can try to lie and put up a front, but it's only a matter of time, and the clock is ticking from myself to everybody else. I don't exempt myself, just in case anybody's thinking. I don't. Yahusha 4 and 6. What's that say?
My people are destroyed.
Matter of fact, 4 and 1. Let's just go there. Yahusha 4 and 1. Go ahead.
Is the word of Yahuwah, ye children of Yasharal. For Yahuwah hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
What's the controversy? Go ahead, keep going.
Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Elohim in the land.
There's no truth, or what else?
Nor mercy, nor knowledge of Elohim in the land.
In the land. And knowledge, what do we say another word for knowledge was? The knowledge. So there's no sight. And there's no sight of who?
Of Elohim in the land.
They can't see him. And it's natural you can't see Yahuwah when you're walking in darkness. And the same thing follows in line. It's natural that you're not going to have any truth when you're walking in darkness. It's natural that you're not going to have any mercy, any grace, any forgiveness. That's why I said in Yahuchanan Alaf, chapter 10, talking about hating your brother. You hate your brother and you really think that You walking in truth? Anybody having an art in here and you still hate your brother? You think you're walking in truth? Any sisters in here hate each other or akuth in here? You actually think you're walking in truth? Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. You got an art, take it to them. Get it worked out. Get it fixed. Any akuth, you got a problem, get it fixed. Fix it. Fix it before it's too late. Fix it until you end up like, Aki Chris. He can't fix anything else. That's done. He can't add anything else to his lifestyle, and he can't take anything away. It's over. So who's next? What's the next text message I'm going to get? Talking about, I regret to inform you that beloved whoever passed away this morning. From the mothers to the akuth to the brothers. Regret to inform you that beloved Aki, whoever, is no longer with us. That text is coming. That phone call is coming. It's only a matter of time. So while we're sitting here playing, time ain't slowing down, it ain't stopping. Every last one of us got a date that our heart expires. And nobody knows it. But yet still we live, I'm guilty as well, we live like we know the time. Like we got 1,000 more years to go. And it ain't even that. And that's one thing we all got to consider. Get it right now before it's too late. Before you no longer can. It's funny. I remember a movie called Bronx Tale. There was a scene where it was a group of bikers, and they came into Sonny's club. Sonny was like the head guy in the neighborhood. So he gave them an opportunity, to leave. They were acting all rowdy, and they're like, yeah, we just want to buy a few beers. We'll be on our way. So they started acting up. He's like, now you got to leave. And then one of the guys was like, I'll tell you when we leave. Just get out of here. Go watch the bikes. So this guy goes and he locks the door. Locks the door on the bikers. He's like, now you can't leave. So it's like, we look at like we actually have time. How much time do we have left before we can't get it right? Because it's a matter of time before that door is going to lock. It's like, Aki so-and-so, Aku so-and-so, now you can't get it right. It's over for you. Whatever you did or didn't do, you got to answer for it now. And that's one thing we all got to consider when we walk through this life. And I just pray and hope that we get it right before it's too late. Have we reached the pinnacle? No. Still more to learn. Still more things to I'm sure put on. But I hope that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do up to this point. If you're not, get with the program. Because that's the only thing that's gonna help you. That's the only thing that's gonna prove what seed is in you, what life and what lifestyle you manifest. But keep going with that Yahusha.
Thing on that verse 2.
By
swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out.
Wait, he said, go back to that.
By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood touches blood.
So these ain't just New Testament sins. This ain't just 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. That ain't just New Testament. This is talked about in the scriptures. Killing, stealing, lying, committing adultery, and this is stuff we got to look at. Well, whose seed is in you? So if that seed is in you, get it out, dig it up, and get it out before it's too late. But keep going.
Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish.
And whoever ain't reading, give me Yahusha 30 and 10. Matter of fact, Yahusha 30 and 9. Nigger versus nigger. Hopefully I'll be at the bottom at the end of this sermon. All right, so we got the on. Let's put it up here. Let's see. Go ahead with the Yashayahu. Yahusha 30 and 10. Yahusha 30 and 10.
Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
Uh-huh.
Get
Now,
you out of the way.
I got you. Now go back to that Husha. Because they said something there. Keep going with your Husha. Husha, my Husha.
Thinking at verse 3.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish, and the beasts of the field, and the fowls of Shamayim. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Yet let no man strive, nor reprove another.
Uh-huh.
For thy people are as they that strive with the Kohan.
Right.
Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night. And I will destroy thy mother.
Uh-huh.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
That's it. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
My people are destroyed for lack of sight, for lack of They're destroyed. But why are they destroyed, though?
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because you rejected it. It's not the fact that it's not presented to you. In fact, the problem is you rejected it. So when you got to look at when the word is being preached, when sight is being given to you, are you rejecting it? Because if you are, you're destroyed. That's why we're destroyed as a people now. That's why when you look at us, we're trying to be everything other than Abari. I mean, I drive around this city everywhere. I see so many hopeless. I know not every black person is Abari, but for the average of them, it's like see them gold dread, them gold straight hair and blue eyes and look like a fool. It's like you're not happy with yourself. Blue long stringy hair and purple hair and red hair. I'm like, you must really hate yourself. These folks really did a mind job on you. Because now they made you think that you're so ugly and stupid looking that you got to cover yourself up. Paint your lips, put all type of foundation on your face, trying to cover your face up, lighten your skin. I seen some junk in Walmart. They got some skin lightening cream. I'm like, what are these folks doing? What are they really trying to do? But these folks be buying that stuff up. Man, they be eating that stuff up. And it's like, if you only knew who you are, if you only knew what you represented. But these folks said, man, the Abari people, man, they're destroyed. These folks are destroyed. Anytime they come, and anytime a true word comes, a true Dabari comes, man, they kick up and fight against it. I ain't taking off my pants. I ain't changing I like my hair. I'm gonna keep straightening my hair. I'm gonna keep putting perm in my hair. I'm gonna keep looking like the white girls and Hispanic girls. Keep getting that Brazilian virgin hair, whatever that junk is. But it's like when you look at yourself, you should be happy with yourself. You don't understand. Like what you have is amazing. What the Abari people have is amazing. They're built amazingly, but yet still they want to do everything other than stick with themselves, because these folks have been tricked. They've been destroyed. They've been destroyed for a lack of knowledge. That's why these folks they walk around just looking foolish, looking stupid, and then they get upset because nobody wants them, from the men to the women. It's sad, but you got to look at who are you. Who are you? What do you represent? We represent the strongest people on the planet. The strongest people. We're the first ones. Nobody can take that from us. Not nobody. No country, no continent, because they all came from a black man. Everybody. No matter what type of image they put in front of you, no matter what type of, no matter who they try to make the new cool person for everybody to esteem after, remember who the first man was. Remember who the strongest people were. Remember who Yahuwah loved, who his people were, the one that created this whole thing. But keep going with that. Read that Husha again. Husha 4 and 6.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge, lack of sight.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no Kohan to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy Elohim.
Look at that. They rejected. Since we rejected him, he rejected us. And that's why we're all in the situation we're all now. That's why we're all in this country right now. I can't stand this country. Every day I'm on that road, I wanted to drive out of here. Man, I be looking at plane tickets, man. I'm like, man, I just want to get out of here so bad. I mean, I'm just, it's like I'm irritated on a daily basis that I'm here. You know, it's just like a prisoner. That's what I feel like. I feel like a prisoner in this stinking place. And I can't, I really can't stand it. I'm just trying to keep my cool until we get out of here. I really want to just start jumping off and just going, losing my rocker, man, and make them folks, get them people out of here, man. This guy going crazy. Send him out of here. But, I mean, we're here for a reason. Because our forefathers sinned and we sinned. Every last one of us in here. And every last one of our forefathers. Grandmothers, great-grandmothers, grandfathers. Everybody in here sinned. So that's why we're in a situation. I mean, I get upset, but I can't get too upset. Not like I haven't sinned. I've sinned a bunch of times. Continually. Almost became a master at it. So, I mean, rightfully so, I'm in this prison. Rightfully so, I'm locked up until I can get the heck out of here. I really want to get out of here. And I'm really trying to keep patient with that. But, I mean, it's lawful. It's lawful. Because I done sinned and everybody else before me came. They all sinned. But that Yashayahu 30 and 10, because they're destroyed for lack of knowledge, because they rejected it. They rejected the sight, knowledge. But Yashayahu 30 and 10, what does that say?
Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
See, they didn't want it. They didn't want sight. They didn't want the They didn't want it. They didn't want the knowledge. It's like, man, you seers don't see. Don't look. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what I'm doing wrong. I don't want to know what I'm doing right. I don't want to know at all. I just want to live life. But that's a problem. Because you don't have no sight. You have no knowledge. And that's why we're destroyed. That's the reason why we're destroyed. Because we lack knowledge. We lack the on. We lack it. Go ahead.
Speaking to us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Kudash one of Yasharal to cease from before us. Wherefore, thus saith the Kudash one of Yasharal, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
Now give me Dabari Hayamim. Dabari Hayamim 15:22. I'm sorry, 15 and 1. Allah? Is that Allah? Dabari Hayamim. First Chronicles. I'm sorry, yes, First Chronicles. Chapter 15, verse 1. What's that say?
And Dawood made him houses in the city of Dawood and prepared a place for the ark of Elohim.
Okay, it's not that. Give me Second Chronicles chapter 15. Dabari Hayamim, Beth. Matters of the days. Yamim. Yeah. What does that say? Does it look like Beth? Okay, good. Go ahead.
And the Ruach of Elohim came upon Azariah, the son of Oded, and he went out to meet Asa and said unto him, Hear ye me, Asa, and all Yehuda and Benjamin, Yahuwah is with you while you be with him. And if
so he's with you while you're with him.
And if ye seek him, he will be found of you, but if ye forsake him, he will forsake you.
So who forsook who? We forsook him. So in turn, he forsook us. And we got locked up in this prison. I don't know how so many people managed to fall in love with this prison, fall in love with this captivity. I don't see why not one person that's in here would not want to leave immediately tonight. now. I mean, this is, I hope everybody realizes that we're in prison. This is captivity. It really is. Just because we have jobs and make little measly money, that's nothing. Or we make promissory notes. We don't even make money. We make promissory notes. We make Federal Reserve notes. And if you try to cash it in for some real money, we wouldn't even get it because it's all gone. But yet and still, we fall in love with this society, with these whack TV shows and these ridiculous people, co-workers and everybody else. And all these folks, they're part of the problem. They're part of the system. A lot of these folks with jailers, COs, we're all captives. So we got to get to a point. Who wants to leave? Who wants to stay here? Who actually want to stay in this place? Now that we know who we are and where we really belong, and what this place really represents, all this devil worship and all this stuff that's got going on, all these folks do is worship Egypt. It truly is Egypt. It truly is. And you look at the different countries, the different kingdoms. They all pay homage to Egypt, all of them, even the Vatican. It was interesting to me when I found out that the Vatican took what they call an obelisk, Obelisk, obelisk. It's one of them. It looks like the Washington Monument, that tall pillar with that little pyramid at the top. Well, the Vatican took one of those obelisks straight from Egypt and put it directly in the middle of the Vatican, right in the middle, smack dab in the middle. I'm like, so who do these people pay homage to? It's like, that's crazy. These folks actually took an Egyptian symbol, put it right in front of their stuff, put them right in the middle of their little sovereign city. And it's like, just looking at their practices, these folks are something else. And everybody else follows the Vatican. All these Christians and all these, it's all the same junk. All these folks are giving their power all up to the Vatican. The Vatican, just copying off of Egypt. And it's like, knowing this stuff, who would really want to be a part of this system, part of this country? This Greek and Latin crap it's ridiculous. The average of our words come from Latin. It's almost like we speak in Latin and Greek. That's how powerful their hold is on us to this day. And yet people don't want to learn this. This is a break away from your Greek captors. This Latin crap we got, this Egyptian, we're breaking away from all that with this. English is a piece of crap language. Just like some people's guns, piece of crap. Piece of crap. I don't have that problem. My gun is not like that. But same thing for our language. Our language ain't like that. Our language ain't a piece of crap. But unfortunately, the language I'm speaking to now is. I can't wait to leave it. But just looking at the spell, it seems like we're under. I don't see why anybody want to stay here, or even desire to speak this more than English. Desire to be over there in Yahusha over this place. But I just go to show you where your heart at. Where's your heart? And what seed is in your heart? Because you should desire the things of Yahuwah. English is not Yahuwah's language. America is not Yahuwah's country. That's not his land. Beth, another word for land. This is not his place. So I don't want it. I don't want this language. I don't want this country. I'm desiring the things of him. I want that land. I desire that land. I desire this language. I can't wait until we finally learn it for real and speak it on a daily basis so I can leave this slave language alone. Oh, you speak real good English. Yeah, I speak real good slave. Real good slave. Master at it. But I'm trying to master this.
Amen.
And what is this? This all goes back to knowledge. Goes back to sight. Because there was a point in time where we didn't have the we didn't have it. We didn't have it. But now our eyes are beginning to open to where we're getting this language. To where we're desiring to go back. At least I hope you are. But that's the thing. You can't get the, give me Mashali 1 and 7. And then the other brother, give me Mashali 2 and 1. And then the other brother, give me Romans 3 and 8. Write all that down. Give me Romans 3 and 8 first. As soon as I can find a Abari word for Romans, I'm dropping this thing. I'm sorry, Romans 3 and 18. I think that is. What's Romans 3 and 8 say? 3 and 18 say?
There is no fear of Elohim before their eyes.
Is that a problem? Is that a problem? There's no fear? What's Mashali 1 and 7 say? Mashali means proverb or byword. Byword means a short statement expressing truth. It basically means true statement. So let's read what a true statement is. What's a true statement? Mashali 1 and 7.
The fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of knowledge.
That's the beginning of it. We talk about this knowledge. That's the beginning of it. Chath, fear. Fear, dread, the chath. So in order to have you have to have the chath. Can't get the without the chath. Not going to happen. Not according to true statement. So what does that say? What does a true statement say? True statement say?
The fear of Yahuwah.
Matter of fact, I'm going to stop correcting myself when I make blunders in English. Let them have it. I don't care. I want to sound stupid. I want to sound brilliant in this. That man, he's so ignorant. He can't even speak proper English. Good. Perfect. Go ahead.
The fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of knowledge.
Uh-huh.
But fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Now give me that. Give me the second chapter. Second chapter, and second chapter, verse 1. What's that say?
My son, if thou wilt receive my words, and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom, and apply thine heart to understanding, yea, if thou criest after knowledge, and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of Yahuwah, and find the knowledge of Elohim.
If you set your heart to, you set your heart to, then you're going to do what?
Then shalt thou understand the fear of Yahuwah.
And then what?
And find the knowledge of Elohim.
You're going to find the knowledge once you have the fear. You're going to find the once you have the chath. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. But keep going.
For Yahuwah giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding.
For Yahuwah giveth wisdom, and out of his mouth come what? Out of his paw. Another word for mouth. So if y'all get text messages from me and I start using these words, you know why. Paw, mouth. So he said, what now? What did he say?
For Yahuwah giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding.
Out of his mouth, out of his paw, cometh It all comes from him. So when you look at Yahusha chapter 3 and verse 15, you can just go ahead and grab that real quick. It's only natural that whoever his seed is gonna portray those characteristics. So if out of his paw is gonna come the then we gotta look at who else is saying it. What's Yahusha 3 and 15 say?
And I will give you pastors according to mine heart.
Pastors.
Which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
They're going to do what?
Feed you with knowledge and understanding.
They're going to feed you with knowledge and understanding. And why? Because he said pastors that are what?
According to mine heart.
According to mine heart, which means they have his desires, his wants. Those are his men. And what are they going to do?
Which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
So when we look at that, we got to look at whose seed is in those pastors. That's why they can speak that. That's why they can give knowledge and understanding. That's why they can give the because the seed is in itself. That's why they can do that. So when you look at your situation, whose seed is in you? Because the seed is in itself. And again, the seed's sole purpose and duty is to bring forth things that it came from. So if you're born of Yahuwah, then you should be doing the same things. You should be manifesting the same behaviors of him, of his dabari, of his word. And that's something that we all got to look at. Every situation we get into, I know certain situations bring forth certain responses. Some responses you may look at, man, I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have said that. I should have had more patience. I should have had a little bit more wisdom with that decision. But we got to get to that point. We got to get to that point to where we know and recognize, I know for a fact whose seed is in me. Because when this situation comes up, I do exactly what that said. I do exactly what he said. Or, on the flip side, if the situation comes up and you don't do what he says, there's your confirmation. Yeah, I know whose seed is in me now. So we got to look at that. We all got to look at that. We all got to look at where we're at and what behaviors we're manifesting. So we can see and we can be assured whose seed is in us. If the wrong seed is in you, again, dig it out. Get it out. So the right seed can be in you. So I'm not going to be up here too much, be up here any longer. I appreciate you guys. I hope that this was something that you guys can learn from or just take from, and I hope that it added something to you. So with that, I'll close it out. Praise Yahuwah.
Amen.